Looks like we're so excited to be here. We just can't stop greeting each other. I am Ann Shockley. I am a co-president of the Garden Club. This is Alani Geiger. She is the other co-president of the Garden Club, and we are delighted.
You're on. They're just talking too much. Okay. Can we turn it up higher? I don't think so. You might get feedback.
Oh, okay. All right, I did it to max.
Is this better?
Yes.
Sorry, I wasn't the technical person there. Welcome to our ceremony today. The gods have shined upon us, and we have no rain until this afternoon, so we're very excited. We begin our program today with the reading of the history of Arbor Day and our Garden Club Memorial Ceremony by Anita Roberts.
Thank you. The idea for Arbor Day originally came from Nebraska. A visit to Nebraska today would disclose that the state was once a treeless plain. Yet it was lack of trees there that led to the founding of Arbor Day in the 1800s. Among pioneers moving into the Nebraska Territory in 1854 was J. Sterling Morton from Detroit. He and his wife were nature lovers, and the home they established in Nebraska was quickly planted with trees, shrubs, and flowers. Morton was a journalist and soon became editor of Nebraska's first newspaper. Given that forum, he spread agricultural information and his enthusiasm for trees to an equally enthusiastic audience. Morton not only advocated tree planting by individuals in articles and editorials, but he also encouraged civic organizations and groups of every kind to join in. On January 4, 1872, Morton proposed a tree planting holiday to be called Arbor Day at a meeting of the State Board of Agriculture. In 1885, Arbor Day was named a legal holiday in Nebraska, and April 22nd, Morton's birthday, was selected as the date for its permanent observance. Today, the most common date for the state's observances is the last Friday in April, and several U.S. presidents have proclaimed a National Arbor Day on that date. But a number of state Arbor Days are at other times to coincide with the best tree planting weather, from January and February in the South to May in the far north. Since 1991, the Ocean Pines Garden Club has participated in Arbor Day by planting a special tree in loving memory of family and friends who have passed away during the recent year. The first trees were planted in Robin Hood and Bay Bridge parks. In the mid-90s, the ceremony was moved to Pintail Park, where we continued the tradition each year of planting a memorial tree.
Okay, thank you, Anita. We are honored to have two official proclamations to support this Arbor Day memorial. The first proclamation is from Ocean Pines Board's directors. Here to make the presentation is Rick Farr, President of the Board of Directors.
Good morning. Thank you. On behalf of the board, thank you for coming out to this great occasion this morning. I'm going to read an Arbor Day proclamation for you. Whereas since its inception 152 years ago, the celebration of Arbor Day has underscored the importance of preserving our nation's precious forest and our responsibility to use our natural resources wisely. Whereas since Arbor Day first observance in 1872, Americans have commemorated this special occasion with the planting of trees across our land, a tradition that links us to the future as well as the past, that connects us with the earth and all who inhabit it. Through the planting of trees, whether in Pintail Park or in our backyards, we acknowledge the importance of our quality of life and our personal obligations to ensure their abundance and well-being. Whereas we call upon organizations and individuals in Ocean Pines, including the Ocean Pines Garden Club, who are dedicated to the preservation and replenishment of our trees, to conduct observances and programs designed to inform the public of the necessary and value of this element of natural resource. Now, therefore, I, Richard Farr, as President of the Board of Directors of Ocean Pines Association, do hereby proclaim April 11th, 2024 as Ocean Pines Arbor Day.
Thank you so much, Rick. We now have the second proclamation, which is from Worcester County Commissioners. Here to make this proclamation is County Commissioner Chip Bertino.
Good morning, everybody. I have been doing this now for the past 11 years. I think this is the 11th time that I've come before you on this wonderful celebration, and I'm very humbled to do it. And as I look around the park, I see that the trees that were planted 11 years ago and even before are doing so very well. I would very much like to ask that next year's celebration be held in my backyard. Because last year I planted a number of pine trees, believe it or not, in Ocean Pines, that actually died. So I'm obviously doing something wrong. So if you all could come out to my backyard and help me, you can plant a tree, as many trees as you would like, as long as they meet with the approval of my wife, we'll be fine. I said that it was very humbling to be here, and it really very, very much is. This is an extraordinary event, and on behalf of the county commissioners, as well as our entire county community, I'd like to read this proclamation. But before I do, I need to put my glasses on. Hold on a second. Whereas today, as the commissioners join with the Ocean Pines community to celebrate Arbor Day and to encourage the planting and maintenance of trees, it seems only fitting to reflect on a wise old Chinese proverb reminding us that the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago, and the second best time is today. And whereas trees, often referred to as the great green filter, make our climate more livable by reducing topsoil erosion, moderating temperatures, cleaning the air, improving water quality, producing oxygen, and providing habitat to prevent species loss. Now, therefore, we, the County Commissioners of Worcester County, Maryland, do hereby proclaim April 11th, 2024 as Ocean Pines Arbor Day in Worcester County, and urge all citizens to plant trees and to support efforts to protect trees and woodlands. Executed under the seal of the County of Worcester, the State of Maryland, this 11th day of April, the year of our Lord 2024. It's signed by all the county commissioners. We thank you very much for what you do, and I will be in touch with instructions, directions, and what plants I want to see in my backyard. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Chip. We'll try to see what we can do. The Ocean Pines Garden Club is truly grateful for the continued support from the Ocean Pines Association Board of Directors and the Worcester County Commissioners. Now I'm pleased to introduce the Pine Tones under the direction of David Halloway.
Jenny Anderson. That's okay.
We all have pain, we all have sorrow.
That was lovely. Thank you so much. We now have Sandy Kelly will read the description of the memorial tree, a Christmas jewel holly that we are planting today. The description was also written by Sandy.
So if there's a problem, I'm the one. Good morning. We've been a little lucky with the rain and the postponed today. You'd be hard pressed to live where I live in the park. Can you not hear me? Is that better? Speak up, group. Let me know. You'd be hard pressed. I'll try this again. To find a house where I live here in the Pines, which is the park, that does not have the stalwart holly tree standing regally at every corner of our houses. It stands there, rain or shine, holding its post, ready to be called to duty. This is the tree for you, Chip. For centuries, across continents, they've been the source of inspiration for artists, landscapers, and Hallmark. Yes, our holly trees, botanically known as ilex, are our dependable friends. They are probably the real meaning of the song by Benny King, Stand By Me. The holly tree protects us from ferocious winds. It dignifies our winters by gently holding the snow that gives us the excuse to stay inside and stay warm. Our hollies are not the source of those nasty monkey balls thrown at us, nor the little acorns that trip us up, nor are they the culprits for the cover of fall leaves that are 2 inches soggy mess on our yards. No, these are the sources of branches and berries that decorate our holiday homes. Here in the park, we decorate our stalwart hollies at Christmas with colorful lights to bring the joy of the season to us all. These are the limbs that support the nests that hold baby birds. They are the shelter and nourishment through the winter for birds and animals, and surely noteworthy, the deer don't like them. Our holly trees come as both deciduous and evergreen foliage. They are a large genus of flowering plants with over 570 species. Thus, there's almost a tree for every need. The holly tree we're planting today, the Christmas jewel, is a relatively new variety, perfect for most homes in ocean pines. It has a natural conical shape. Little pruning is needed to maintain its height of about 10 feet and its width of 6 to 8 feet. Like most hollies, the Christmas jewel will adapt to almost any soil, is good for sun or shade. It'll grow in your yard, Chip. The stunning evergreen glossy dark leaves share the view in spring with clusters of white foliage, of white fragrant flowers, perfect there to nourish the bees that follow. Our holly trees, too, come with a history of legends and witchcraft. Druids believed the holly tree possessed protective qualities such as guarding against evil spirits and bad luck. Legend has it that bringing the leaves inside during the winter months, I'm going to lose this one. Bringing the leaves inside during the winter months would protect the fairies that were outside from the cold. Thus, the return was a safe dwelling for everyone who was there. Now, you can prune the limbs and branches, but it's a taboo to cut the whole tree down because they're saved for the witches that are supposedly jumping across the hedges. That'll keep your house safe.
Thank you so much, Sandy. Now that we have Leilani Geiger, who will share with us the poem titled, There's a Very Special Garden.
There's a very special garden where the trees of memory grow, nurtured by the kindness and concern that good friends show. The roots are cherished memories of good times in the past, the branches tender promises that souls endure and last.
Thank you, Leilani. Today we are here to plant a tree to honor and remember loved ones who have passed away the prior year. To begin our memorial ceremony, please join me at the site of the Christmas jewel tree that we are planting. At the tree, Sandy Rice Snyder will then read the name of each loved one we are honoring. Linda Baker will toll the bell, and then family members of that person will come forward to place a shovel of dirt in the hole for this tree. Each family will then be presented with a rose. Please join me now. The tree is located behind you all, so that's where we're going to head to.
This is our Christmas jewel, and one reason I chose it, it was purchased at Roots, and one reason I chose it when I was talking to Catherine, who is the owner of Roots, and we were talking about different hollies. She said this is a perfect one because it doesn't get more than 6 feet high. And the problem with Pintail Park is you see we're starting to fill up. So later on, if you want to wander around, all the trees are marked that's been planted here, and you'll find there's 2 holes over there. Usually Public Works will replace trees if they've died or something in years past. We purchase the tree for this ceremony each year, and then they help us to replace. We have one hole over there that is so wet, we're either going to have to move the hole, which is why the tree died. So as you're wandering around after the ceremony, if you have some time, take a look around and the dates and what tree are identified. All right, so for our families here today, as the name of your loved one is read, the bell is rung, then please come forward, take the shovel, and place some dirt in the hole if you can. And if you can't get it right in there, don't worry about it. We'll fix it later. All right?
That's a tight one on the bottom.
Sandy. Yes, and then you'll receive a rose. I'm sorry. Should have had that.
James Bentley Adcock. Patricia Bailey. Jeffrey Bassett. Wilma Pinky Bender. Barbara Ann Everson. Senator Fox. Gloria Gogan. Rhonda Goldberg. Sheila Holford. Virginia Ginny Kubiak. Christopher Mendenhall. William M. Moore. Emilio Petito. William Dayton Roy. Savins. Leland Smith. Robert Thomas Sullivan. Lydia Oldrickus.
Thank you so much, Mike. Darlene Murphy will now read the poem, My Journey's Just Begun, after which the pine tones will close with the song, It Is Well With My Soul.
My journey's just begun. Don't think of me as gone away. My journey's just begun. Life holds so many facets. This earth is but one. Just think of me as resting from the sorrows and the tears, in a place of warmth and comfort, where there are no days and years. Think of how I must be wishing that you could know today how nothing but your sadness can really go away. And think of me as living in the hearts of those I touched, for nothing loved is ever lost. and I know I was loved so much.
Thank you, Darlene. Pine cone? Thank you so much to the Pine Cones for being here. We truly enjoyed having everyone join us today, pay tribute to our loved ones. If anybody else would like to honor a loved one that we're not aware of, if you would like to come up and put a little bit of dirt in our tree, we would certainly be delighted. Lastly, I want to thank the many people that made this ceremony possible. Tony and his crew from Ocean Pines Public Works dug the hole for the tree and were responsible for making sure that Pintail Park was in a beautiful condition that you see it today, all the mulch, all the trimming. Tony's crew was also responsible for setting up not only the chairs but providing us with the electronics. A special thanks to the Pine Cones and Mr. Costaro for lending the beautiful music we enjoyed today. Nancy Waters created the lovely invitations, and Barbara Miller is responsible for the beautiful programs, of which I understand that we ran out of programs today, and I am so sorry. If you will come to the podium, I can take your name and your address. We can either send them to you or get them to you. So if you would like extra programs that you did not get one, or you want to send it to a family member or a loved one, we would be more than happy to help that, and I apologize again for us running out today. Gail Philippi is our talented photographer today and is also responsible for the publicity of the Garden Club. Cheryl Saman could not be here today, but was so gracious as to donate the roses in honor of her husband, John. Others on the Arbor Day Committee, Patty Lookner, Sandy Kelly, Lalana Gager, Linda Baker, Barbara Ferger, Anita Roberts, Sandy Reifsteiner, Carol Grimm, Darlene Murphy, Jelgen Ski, Laura Stillman, thank you, and Joan Dempsey worked tirelessly to make this program possible. This concludes our program today, and the Garden Club again thanks you so much for all coming and making this such a delightful and meaningful ceremony to you all.